What is up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of Live Locks here on Scores and Odds. I'm Turk Ferguson. I'm going to be telling you exactly what I am betting today. It's that simple. Everything that I've got in play today, right on the screen, right here in front of you. We've been doing pretty darn well so far. Looking at our record overall, we are up 10,000 with a 53% hit rate, 187 and 166. So things are going pretty darn well. Did not go great yesterday on this show. If you just watched this show, that's fine. Over on the Grant's Action Lounge, over in the Scores and Odds Discord, did not go as well. I had a bad day, but it was only a 2-game slate, so it could have been much, much worse. So really not complaining, but we're going to be breaking down this entire NBA slate, all the bets that I like on today's NBA slate. Don't listen to these 5 up here. They were all from yesterday. So we're getting rid of those. I got boosts. I got player props. I got everything for you. So, guys, enjoy. It's really simple. We're going to just be going through everything. Anything you want to see, anything you have any questions about, go ahead and drop them in chat, and I will get to them. And so, yep, that's pretty much it. Let's dive right on into this over in Discord, over in YouTube. Anything you want to hear me talk about, go ahead and throw them on in there. And I'll get to them throughout the show, but let's just go ahead and look at these games. We're going to go game by game, pretty much the entire slate, 10 games. I'm riding solo today. I didn't feel like dealing with that Dino guy, so it's just me. The first game, we got the Timberwolves versus Orlando. I really don't think I have too much in play in this one. Looking at my bets, just looking over things, I don't think I have a single bet in this game. Obviously, waiting on the Edwards news. That could have a pretty big effect on it. I don't know. I'm probably just staying away from everything at the moment. I don't think there's anything that I really love at this moment. So, pretty much, yeah, that's it for that game. More interesting game, Detroit going up against Boston. I got a few bets in this one. Jeremy Grant under 24.5 points, rebounds, assists. I actually just hit this a few minutes ago. Sitting at minus 105 over on MGM. You can get it like minus 130 at 25.5 over on DK, I think, at the moment. That might have been what I actually ended up going with, but 24.5 under minus 105 is probably the better line, in my opinion. Going up against a really tough Boston defense, Brown or Tatum or whoever's on him is going to probably be able to shut him down. This is not going to be a high-scoring game. Has the potential of being a blowout in this spot here. So this points, rebounds, assist line is a little bit too high. Outside of that, I think I have some bet on Tatum. Yeah, Tatum over 4.5 assists. I have a pretty much 50% chance of hitting this according to my calculations. So sitting at plus 120, offering some pretty great odds here. You can find this line over at DK, but overall, probably a little bit too low at the moment. So I had the over on that. Outside of that, really not a ton else in this game. We got 2 bets, which pretty solid. Gives you a little bit of action in the game. Let's move on to the next one. Clippers going up against Atlanta. I hate betting the Clippers. I've lost more money on the Clippers than any other team in the NBA. Gets me every single time. A lot of times there's a lot of bets that stand out from the number standpoint. The rotations are really all over the place, but I did end up betting one bet on this game. Marcus Morris over 14.5 or 15.5 points. So looking at, obviously, 27 last game. Only hit this in 2 of the last 5, but seems to be playing the minutes. Gave him 35 in the last one. This game is projected to be close enough, sitting at a 7.5-point spread, where he's going to have to play. We have projected for 32 minutes. I think the line's a little bit bad. No one really going to be on him that can stop him. It's a decent line. Getting the odds at minus 105 is pretty solid over on DK. So that's the only bet I have over on the Clippers side. Over on the Atlanta side, Capella's lines are still too low. Trying to find him. Capella over 9.5 points, sitting at minus 110. Capella over 10.5 rebounds, sitting at minus 100. Both of those offering some decent value. We look at how he's been doing. Capella. Look at how he's been doing recently. Again, minutes are always a little bit of a concern. Only had 20 in the last one. Still end up with 11 and 9. But with Collins back, we don't know if he's going to play. We have him projected for 28 minutes, which is something that I am going off of because they have Hartenstein, they have Zubac. It's going to be in the majority of the game. So chances are Capella will get run in the fourth. I think that matchup versus Milwaukee was actually a blowout, if I remember correctly. So Capella, no run there in the fourth if this game stays close, which it should. And even if it doesn't, Atlanta's ahead, and they'll probably keep him in there going up against Zubac if it's close enough. So just looking at this line, it's definitely a bit too low. 11, 9, 12, and 12 on the points over the last 4 games. So hitting 3 of the last 4. 9, 12, 12, 11, 11, 9, 17. So hitting 5 of the last 7 games on the rebounds. If you want, you can also take the points, rebounds. You can take the points, rebounds, assists. I might end up going with those, but as of the moment right now, I'm really just rolling with his points and rebounds lines. I don't know. Just taking a little bit more conservative approach today. We'll see if they both end up hitting, then obviously I should have gone with the points, rebounds, assists, but I'm just going with those 2 at the moment. Next one, we got Dallas going up against Houston. I have Luka under 9.5 assists. FoxBet has it minus 111. That's the better line. I hit there and over at DK because FoxBet will only let me get $100 on the line. They're generally pretty limited when it comes to player props. So if you have the bankroll and need to bet somewhere else, DK has the second best line at minus 115. But right now, DK is on there, so I'm going to delete that row. Whatever. I'm going to leave it because that's just what I bet. It's not that big of a difference. So, yeah, basically Luka under 9.5 assists. This game has a pretty decent chance of a blowout. Luka has been sitting under this line after absolutely crushing for a while. He hasn't been breaking in the triple doubles. He has not hit this in the last 5 games. Hit it for 1 game and then did not hit in the previous 5 games. This is one of my favorite bets on the board. Yes, it's a good matchup, but again, pretty decent chance that this game ends up turning into a blowout here. I think Luka is likely going to end up with the under here. Outside of that, I don't know. Daniel is texting me. Dean asks if you've had enough of that Daniel guy. No, Daniel, don't worry. I didn't want to have to throw you on 4 times in 1 week. Normal Friday guy canceled. I felt like just rolling through this. And again, guys, any questions you have, go ahead and throw them in chat. Go ahead and throw them in the scores and odds. Grant's Action Lounge chat, and I'll get through them throughout the show. Like, this is more of a Q&A show today, but if you guys don't have any questions, then I guess I won't answer any. But as of right now, Dallas, I think that's the only. I have Luka over 3.5 threes, so 4+ threes if you're looking at over on FanDuel. He's been launching them up at a pretty consistent clip: 3, 5, 4, 3, 3, 3, 2, 7, 2, 6. So getting at decent plus odds, putting up double-digit 3-point attempts almost every single game. Houston's a pretty good team. Giving up the 3-pointers, so getting at plus 166. If you want to go a little bit more conservative, you can take the line at over 2.5. I did not want to be more conservative. I think that the alt line is better odds considering what can possibly happen. But again, you're fine with either of them. Outside of that, I don't think I have anything else in this game. Kind of waiting on a decent amount of news with the with the Houston side of things. I think Christian Wood didn't go through shoot around. Still currently listed as questionable. Could end up going, could end up not going. Ask me about Dinwiddie, over 17.5 points. I don't think that's a terrible line. We just got the Brunson news. I haven't looked into it as much. I think it's fine. I don't love it. Again, the blowout worries me a little bit too much in this spot here. So I think you're honestly better off going with the under. I know they has hit that without Brunson at a pretty consistent clip. But again, the blowout just worries me a ton. You can get it minus 105 on the over at DK. I am staying away from that one. But if you want to hit it, go ahead. I won't blame you. He has been crushing it. But you're hoping that it stays close in that spot. Yeah, that's pretty much it for that game. Moving on to the Knicks in Memphis. We got a few bets here. A few assist bets. Evan Fournier over 1.5 assists. You got it plus 105 over on MGM. Let's see. Fournier, looking at his game log, he's been hanging at about 50% clip recently. Let's see. Yeah. So last 2 games has not hit. Last 3 games has not hit. Then 2, 0, 2, 2, 3.5302. So over the last 10 games, if we look at that sample size, it's pretty solid. Getting it plus odds, game that should be close. Fournier pretty solid. D from Detroit asking Cunningham plus 600, decent value for rookie of the year. No, rookie of the year is Evan Mobley. It is going to be Evan Mobley. Evan Mobley is going to win. I love Cade. I absolutely love Cade. He's been pretty decent for most of the season. He definitely missed some games, which is going to hurt him. I know Mobley missed, I think, a week with COVID or protocols, whatever it was. But Evan Mobley is the rookie of the year. He will be the rookie of the year. Without Jarrett Allen right now, he's absolutely crushing. His minutes have been in the high 30s. Be quiet, iPad. Don't know how to turn an iPad on silent. If anyone knows how to turn an iPad on silent, let me know. I know how to turn an iPhone on silent, but no idea with an iPad. But Cade Cunningham is not decent value at plus 600. I mean, realistically, if you're going to go with someone else besides Mobley, it's probably Scotty Barnes, who's been crushing it. With Van Vliet back, he's probably going to see a dip in production, which is why I'm not suggesting that. But he is, I think, the better odds to get rookie of the year. Why Burks 3.5? Gosh darn it! I'm throwing this iPad far away from me. Why is Burks 3.5 assists plus again? Let's see. Burks, what do we have him projected at? Plus 102 on FanDuel. Let's see. Burks. Let's see what scores and odds. By the way, again, this is one of scores and odds. My favorite tools there. Currently sitting at 4.88 projected assists on scores and odds. That does make it a little bit interesting. Let's see. Burks. I don't know. 102 is pretty solid odds. I'm not against that. Lower the volume all the way down, says Brian. I tried that. I don't know. There we go. Our wonderful producer, Devin Sarvant. To silence an iPad, you can go into the control menu and tap the bell icon. That will fully mute all sound. I'll also have a switch on the side. I tried to look for the switch on the side, like with my iPhone. Couldn't find it. Well, that's good to know. Thank you, Devin. I appreciate it. And Brian, I already tried that. It did not work. Everyone, hit the like button. Hit the like. Subscribe to Scores and Odds if you want notifications. We're going to be on here every single day, but subscribe. It lets you know exactly when I'm going live every single day. This is literally, summary so far. I'm betting about $500 units. So right now I'm up 20 units. If you're betting $100 units, we've been doing this for slightly over a month, and I'm up 20 units. So if you're betting $100 units, you're up around 2K. If you're betting $50 units, you're up 1G. Scores and odds cost $50 a month, I think. So if you're betting $10 units over the course of the last month, you have cleared roughly, what is that? $200. You're paying for that just off of this show. Not only that, I'm making more bets throughout the day. Grant's Action Lounge Discord, which is free right now, will not always be free. It's going to probably move over to premium some point this month. That alone is going to get you enough value to more than pay for your subscription, even off a 10% or $10 units. It's that simple. It's a great way to build a bankroll. But I'm giving you this free so that when it goes premium, you sign up for Scores and Odds. That's it. That's how business works. That's how capitalism works. That's just how things work. But in any case, back to the bets. New York Knicks game. Again, I've got a few of them in this one. Fournier over 1.5 assists. I have Mitchell Robinson over 0.5 assists. One of my favorite bets is betting the over or under 0.5 assists because every single game you just can watch, and every time he gets the ball, pass it, and it's just a blast. But you can get it at plus 225 over at Caesars. Looking at his game log, I think he hasn't been hitting this too often recently, but just a bad line in my opinion. Looking at it, has missed in the last two games, hit, miss, hit, miss. Not really averaging a whole lot, but getting it at 225. They're likely going to need a size with with Steven Adams and with Jaren Jackson in this game. So over 0.5, pretty solid overall. I feel like I have some more bets in this game. I've been hitting Julius Randle over points and over points, rebounds, assists recently. They've been hitting a pretty decent clip, but I don't think that I love that one today. Not a huge fan of the matchup. Line's getting up there at 24.5. Yeah, that's too high. That's too high in this spot. Not rolling with that, but I'm looking. I don't think I have any other bets in this game. Yeah, moving on to the next one, or Memphis. On the Memphis side, I do have Ja Morant under 30.5 points. That line's just getting up there. As soon as it gets over 30, I generally pounce on it, especially in a bad matchup going up against the Knicks. They have been worse defensively, and they have been playing at a higher pace recently. But looking at it, he hasn't hit it in any of his last 3 games after crushing for a while. 30.5 is just far too high for me. I really like the under 30.5. Where is it? Right there. You can get over at Bet Rivers at -112. Of course, my dad calls me every single day at this time and has not figured out that I'm on a podcast. Classic. Let's move on to the Cleveland-Miami game. I got a few bets in this one. This should be a good game. It's a good defensive game. I got Bam Adebayo under 2.5 blocks/steals. Likely going to be on Evan Mobley, who has had a decent amount of production lately. Decent amount of usage, pretty selective in his shot, so he's not going to give up a ton of blocks here. So Bam Adebayo under 2.5 blocks plus steals, -105. I think that's a pretty solid overall bet. Looking at it, I know I took Garland. Where is it? Garland under 9.5 assists here. Doesn't have as many offensive threats. Tough matchup going up against Miami. Great defensive team. Play at a pretty low pace. He has hit this easily in his last 3, but doesn't mean he's going to hit it here. Prior 6 games, he didn't end up hitting it. Prior 6 games. So anytime it gets up to 9.5, 10.5, I generally hit the under. Looking at our G projections, we haven't projected for 8.8. So getting under 9.5 looks like points bet, which I never look at because I can't stand them. You can get at -115, so that's pretty solid there. I got -125, and I still like it at that spot. Outside of that, looking through things, I don't see anything else that I love today. That's it for that game. Moving on to the Charlotte New Orleans Pelicans game. I want to check. I hit the Valanciunas. Okay, I don't think he has a line out for points. That's why I'm spelling it. Valanciunas sitting at 22.5. What do we have for him? Without Ingram, without McCollum, going to be a huge increase in usage. So I hit and a lot of minutes. I don't hate the Valanciunas over on points. I haven't bet it yet. I might end up betting it. I did bet his over on rebounds at 12.5. Over at Caesars, +105. That's solid lines. And then Graham. Let's show off the court IQ tool for RG. Literally one of the most important tools you can have for sports betting or DFS. Because guess what? Everyone's out. So let's see. McCollum off. Brandon Ingram off. I feel like who'd they trade off for McCollum? I can't remember. Who was it that they traded for McCollum? Josh Hart. So Josh Hart off. Run query. Let's look at Graham's production. Jackson Hayes. Yeah. Nah is not playing. So Hart, because he got traded. Neil, Alexander, Walker. Oh, wait, no, he didn't get traded. He's just injured right now, I think. Why? Alexander, Walker. Oh, yeah, he got traded over to Utah. That was it. So we run it with all these guys off. Not a huge sample size. Graham sitting at 15.23 points. I don't think he shot the ball great. There's only 99-minute sample size, but they really don't have anyone that's going to be able to score. So I hit the Graham over 14.5 points, or no, over 15.5 points, -116. I hit him for 20 plus at +220. I hit him for 25 plus at 750. So looking at RG projections, I'm sure we have, if I remember correctly, Graham. Yeah, we have him projected for 18.82. So we're getting 3+ points on this one. Really, really solid here. So yeah, hit that. Over on the Charlotte side of things, I like LaMelo Ball over points plus assists, sitting at 25.5. If you want to go points, rebounds, assists, that's fine. But the points assist line is better. I hit the under on rebounds. Where is it at? LaMelo Ball under 5.5 rebounds, getting it plus 110. RG hasn't projected, I think, 5.2. So better than 50% chance. Better than 50% chance of hitting the under here. Getting plus odds, that gets pretty decent positive value. Outside of that, I don't think there's hit the over on PJ Washington over points. Might end up hitting his points, rebounds, assist line. His points line is over at DK at minus 115. His points, rebounds, assist. I think it moved. Yeah, it moved to 20. So now there's not really a ton of value on that. Yeah, so probably going to stay away from that. Outside of those two, I don't think there's anything else in this game that I bet on. So moving on to Utah versus San Antonio. It's a pace-up matchup for San Antonio. This is a great spot here. Utah going up against San Antonio. Great spot for Utah. I bet the over of 27.5 points for Donovan Mitchell. We have him projected for close to 30. And then I hit the over on points for Rudy Gobert at 14.5. I just got a message from my buddy. Shout out to Smartwater over there working at RG. That line has moved pretty drastically. Minus 160 now. I got it minus 130, minus 125. What did I get it at? Gobert, minus 118 over 14.5s over on FanDuel. It's now moved a full point, sitting at 15.5 minus 116. Don't love it there, but you can still get it at MGM over 14.5 minus 130. I don't hate that. We have projected for 3 points over that. So, yeah, don't mind that. Over on the San Antonio side of things, not really a ton to bet on there. Not really a whole lot I love. Just going to check my stuff and see if anything else is popping right now. I don't see anything great. Yeah, moving on. Toronto going up against Phoenix. This one has a few lines that I really, really like. So first one is Devin Booker. Devin Booker over 35.5 PRA, sitting at minus 115 over on MGM. He played a full complement of minutes. Well, he only played 33, but that was because of a blowout. But he's COVID doesn't seem like it affected him too much. Didn't shoot a ton, but the PRA line is still pretty solid here at 35.5. Like, he's dishing the ball out a lot more. I know Payne's eating into his usage a little bit, but doesn't matter. Booker over 35.5 PRA and over 25.5 points. Both of them really solid bets. Outside of that, I don't know if I have anything else here. Looking through, I see nothing. By the way, if you're over on Caesars, these 4 boosts offer some decent value. Again, they're over in the Discord. You want to take a closer look and bet them. Going on to the last game tonight, Washington versus Lakers. I've thought about it. I want to bet it. Yeah. I think Kuzma over 22 or 21.5 points offers some pretty decent value here. Over at MGM, over at Caesars, you can get it at minus 105. I think that's a pretty solid line. I'd take the over on Kuzma over 21.5 points. I think that's just a little bit too low. What does RG have him projected at? I know Porzingis eats into it a little bit. Kuzma, is it not up yet? Is that why I didn't see it earlier? Kuzma, we actually haven't projected for under that. That doesn't seem right. I'm hitting it, or I'd hit it. Kuzma, I think, offers a little bit of value here. Offshore books like him. I'd hit him. I think that's pretty much it. Do I have anything over on the Lakers side? I hate betting the Lakers. Obviously, LeBron James being questionable news isn't great. So I don't know. I don't think. Oh, random little blocks line. So Terrence Mann over 0.5 blocks. I got it -1 or plus 225 over on Caesars. Royce O'Neal don't think I mentioned that, over 2.5 assists. He's going to play a lot more time with Bogdanovich not playing, so he should see a lot of minutes. So the assist line of 2.5 is a little bit too low here. I already talked about J-Bell. Keldon Johnson, I forgot to mention that one. Over 1.5 assists at plus 140 over on Caesars. Looking through, talked about that. Booker, man. I think that's all the bets I have on the line today. So, guys, yeah, that should pretty much do it. Again, if you guys want to check this out, go and want to get my lines throughout the day, all my bets throughout the day, go over, sign up for scoresandodds.com/Discord. It's there in the comment section here. It'll tell you exactly what I'm betting. I can bring it up right here. So literally got Discord right here. You just go to the pinned tweet up here on the top right and look, and oh yeah, there's every single one of the bets that are listed on this page. Every single day. Here's the bets from 2 days ago. Apparently I didn't put up yesterday. 3 days ago, 4 days ago, did not go well. That went well. That went really, really well. So yeah, keeping track of them. Up a lot of money. And pretty much everything from the show, like I said, monthly summary here. A little bit up and down, but so far up 8.7K, and we're 10 days into this month. So that's almost 2 units a day. So again, if you're betting $10 units, that's $20 a day. If you're betting $100 units, that's $200 a day. If you're betting $500 units like me, that's $1,000 a day almost. Yeah, just go. Well, actually, it's more than that because we don't have these shows on the weekends. So yeah, clearing about $1,000 a day on this show. If you're following along, you're winning a bunch of money. But that should do it. I'll be back again on Monday. Again, like, subscribe over on Scores and Odds. Sign up for Scores and Odds. Sign up for the Scores and Odds Discord. Normally, I have a co-host. Didn't feel like asking Dean to come on for the 4th time in a week. Guy that's normally on me, Zachonomics, at Zachonomics on Twitter. Smart guy. Go follow him. But you can go follow me, Genie407 on Twitter. I guess I should probably plug myself. But yeah, that's basically it for the day, guys. So good luck on your bets. I'm out of here. See you, kids.